morning and welcome to Market Opening on our collab show between Business Today and India Today Television. It's 9 a.m. We're here to get you all the opening action. Let's take a look at what's on the headlines this morning. Today could be the day the Nifty breaks its 14-month jinx and finally hits a new record high. The 50 stock index was up a huge 320 points yesterday. All bets are on the momentum taking it beyond the intraday high, just 72 points away. Global markets all in the green this morning, supporting D Street's bid to set new records. Wall Street extends its rally to a fourth day with rising hopes of an interest rate cut, putting investors in a buying mood right before the Thanksgiving holiday. Asian markets have also joined the party. Silver prices rallying again after the recent fall. While the wedding season in India is keeping demand high, hopes of a rate cut in the US and soaring industrial demand is driving prices north. Silver futures have hit an all-time high on the COMEX. The International Monetary Fund resets India's economic growth calendar, says the country will become a $5 trillion economy only in 2029, a year later than previously estimated. The reset is mainly because of the sharp depreciation of the rupee against the US dollar. $4 trillion mark to be crossed this fiscal. Apple flags a potential massive $38 billion fine it could be exposed to in India. The company tells Delhi High Court that the freshly amended Competition Commission of India laws, which allow penalties to be calculated on the basis of a company's global turnover rather than its India-specific revenue, is arbitrary. All right, it's all about those new records that we're eyeing. Markets overnight extending the run that they've been seeing. Tech continues to be in action. So Wall Street, Asia, all in line. And the index this morning, we're just awaiting that 73-point uptick. Remember, we're also in for a slate of rate cuts, largely indicated by global central banks. So sentiment seems to be aligned right now. Let's go across to Shailendra Bhatnagar, Chief Analyst and Editor Markets. We also have Rajesh Palviya joining us this morning, Head Technical and Derivative Research at Axis Securities. Gentlemen, good morning to both of you. Shail, let me first come to you just to, create the setup for us. On the index, you must be just jumping out of your chair this morning in anticipation of this new high.
Absolutely, Abha. Good morning to you and to all our viewers. A very warm welcome to Rajesh ji as well. Everything is in sync. Whether it's Nifty or Bank Nifty, whether it's short-term charts, intraday charts, all of them are pointing towards a fresh high led by auto stocks, led by banking stocks, financial services. Across the board, Abha, there is buoyancy in the market. The advance decline is really, really good. And more importantly, the seasonality factor. December has been phenomenal over the last 25 years as far as the Nifty is concerned. The average gain is about 2.7%. So looking forward to a fresh closing high today and of course an intraday high which is right there in front of us.
All right, a closing high, very ambitious. Let's go across to Rajesh as well. Rajesh, how easy do you think that's going to be for the index today, given that we have been seeing steady uptick, but still a little bit of resistance at the high levels?
Good morning, Abha. Good morning, Shailji. Good morning, everyone. So I think, yes, today definitely we are going to have a new all-time high that is clear in trade itself. After a long wait of 14 months, now we are heading to the new all-time high trajectory for Nifty. But I think looking at the broader market, we believe that, this really won't stop here and we may see further higher level in the continuation of this uptrend. Possible really towards 25,000 or 26,500 we could see in the continuation of this up move. So I think one can hold their position, even buy on dip should be the strategy at this juncture. 26,100 needs to be the trailing stop loss at this juncture. Bank Nifty is looking quite interesting. The way Bank Nifty is continuously making higher high-low formation, and most of the banking constituents, be it large cap PSU bank as well as private sector bank, both are showing sign of strength. So I think here also we could see again continuation of this new all-time high trajectory and possible really towards 60,000 we could see in the next couple of days for Bank Nifty also. Broader market is also showing a sign of strength. So I think a lot of sector like automobile, banking, even oil and gas, IT, these all sector, metal is also performing. So I think uh, a broader market is showing sign of strength and confidence is again coming back on the street, and we could see 26,500 in the next couple of days.
Okay, so going from strength to strength, that's the outlook coming in from Rajesh. Talking about some of those banking names, Jefferies has a buy call on Axis. Target price is 1,430 coming in on an Axis Bank, saying that loan growth is to stay above the industry and asset quality is improving. NIMs are also likely to bottom out in Q3, while rate cuts may pressure deposit pricing. That's the view coming in on Axis Bank this morning. While we're on it, let's also bring up Jefferies on PB Fintech. Buy call coming in there. Target price is 2,100 rupees per share. Premium growth to sustain around 30%. That's what they're eyeing. And GST changes, they say, are manageable. Take rates stable via a mix of rider initiatives. So that's Jefferies coming in on PB Fintech as well. Among the banks and financials, though, Rajesh, I'm going to probe a little deeper because there's a lot to choose from. We've got a lot of action coming in the private banks, a lot of fundraising queues. We also have the PSBs all set for reforms, and a few of those have been standing out as well. Where would you be positioning your bets?
So I think PSU banking basket as well as private banking basket both are looking attractive. Even if we go beyond, NBFC is also showing sign of strength. So I think whole banking and NBFC space is looking attractive. From private banking space, I think RBL is looking quite interesting. The way stock is holding about 300 mark, I think here we could see again continuation of up move and possible really towards 335, 340. We could see in the near term to short term perspective. From large cap bank, I think Kotak Bank again has shown very strong buying action in last couple of days, and the way stock is now trading around 2100 level, I think here also we could see good traction towards 2150, even 2180 kind of zone. But very interesting fact is PSU banking basket, whole PSU banking basket is showing a sign of strength since last couple of week, and sustained buying action is taking place. So stock like SBI, Canara Bank, Bank of Baroda, Bank of India, all these banks are looking promising. From this PSU banking space, I think our first choice would be Canara Bank. The way stock is managed to give breakout of previous swing high, I think here we could see more traction. 158 to 160 would be the next target. So buy and accumulate would be the strategy. On the downside, 146 needs to keep as a stop loss.
Jammu and Kashmir Bank, they've approved a 1,250 crore rupee fundraise via QIP and NCD. So J&K, let's pull that up for you, might be some amount of a trigger for it. Meanwhile, in some of the other larger financial names, Paytm Payment Services, they've received an RBI nod to operate as a payment aggregator. So that's on 197 today. SBI Life, meanwhile, they've got a tax demand from the MP authority. It's nominal 70 odd crores and they will appeal that. So not too much of a trigger there, but keep an eye on 197 and keep an eye on J&K Bank as well. Shell, just counting down to opening now, a minute to go.
Yes, Abha, and I'm very, very hopeful on the tourism space. I'm looking at the healthcare sector. All of them, all their indices are showing signs of extreme strength. And within the PSU banking setup, of course, Indian Bank looks fabulous. The entire PSU basket is doing phenomenally well. A fresh record high in the first 15-20 minutes of trade, Abha. Over to you, the market has opened.
Okay, we're counting down Shell to 9:30. Right now trending at 26,222 and doesn't seem to be a runaway morning, but a marginal green tick on your screen. Let's pull up what else is moving. Let's pull up Nifty Bank and some of the gainers and losers for you. The index itself, as I mentioned, is 229 or so as of now, but we'll pull up some of the other gainers and losers for you in just a moment as well. Take a look at that advanced decline ratio and how it's stacking up on opening trade. All right, clearly some issue with our graphic plates there. But Rajesh, in the meanwhile, let me come across to you in terms of, as Shell also mentioned, a lot of attention continues to be on certain baskets, whether it's auto, whether it's metals. When we're talking about moving to the new highs outside of banks and financials, what else do you feel is really going to drive this rally?
So I think pharma is another space where we are focusing at this juncture.
Okay.
Most of the pharma stocks have done well in last couple of days. The stock like Glenmark is now trading above 1900 mark. I think here also we could see more upside. Stock managed to give breakout of long consolidation range on daily chart. So I think Glenmark can be looked at on the higher side. We are projecting target of 1980 or 2000 kind of level for Glenmark. Even Sun Pharma is also showing sign of strength. So another space is pharma where one can focus. And again, we should not forget metal space also. That space is also again, shown some buying interest in the previous trading session. So metal could be another space where we could see again, renewed buying interest in next couple of days. So from that space, I think National Aluminium and Vedanta, these two stocks, one can keep on their buying list. Even SAIL and Tata Steel can also show some pullback. So metal would be the another space. And the third space where we are focusing is new age company as well as the capital market theme. These theme can also contribute to further more upside from the current level. So stock like Nika, Eternal, Paytm, all these stocks are on our buying list, as well as from capital market theme BSC and MCX. These two stocks one can focus on for near term to short term.
Keeping an eye on the opening ticks, and you're right. I mean, Nike in action today. We've got 197 in action as well, getting that RBI nod as well. So we're seeing some of those new age companies definitely looking good in early morning trade. We've got some action also on some of the heavyweights, and L&T is strong today. Auto, some of the auto names, some of the metal names as anticipated. Asian Paints is gradually showing some strength, and it's consistently now performing. So today also contributing there. And some of your oil and gas majors are also looking good. So that's on the index itself. But Shell, what else are you tracking from the broader markets?
Well, Abha, Whirlpool, a block deal from the parent, that's changed the sentiment on the stock, down 11% in opening trades, 1073 for you. Massive downtick coming in the first 1 odd minutes of trade. I'm also looking at the metal space, in particular GMDC. This is something I had marked yesterday. There is strength coming back on the back of that government plan to invest in rare earth metals, GMDC being the top play. Strong move coming into National Aluminium. These are the two top traded counters on the National Stock Exchange at the moment. And how can we forget silver? A very strong gap up happening on silver. This is trading at about 161.06. That's something to be looked at. And more importantly, MCX. This is the exchange where precious metals are traded, a fresh record high, and the capital market space doing pretty well, led by BSE and MCX. Abha.
All right, those are some of the key highlights this morning. Silver, of course, prices continuing to rise. We had about $47.7 on the 27th of October, 12th of November. We were at $53, 21st at $50, and today $53. So you're seeing that kind of gain on silver. And similarly on gold as well. We have, of course, continued to see rising strength. So that's what you're seeing on the precious metals as well this morning. Auto is definitely in focus. So let's get your view there. We're also counting down to festive numbers or monthly numbers. Rajesh, will you go for some of the two-wheeler names such as a Hero that have also been showing strength, or an Eicher, or would you go for perhaps some of the tractor-led plays like an Ashok Leyland?
Yeah, so definitely auto is another space where continuity of uptrend is there, and most of the stocks are holding their strength on short to medium term chart. So from two-wheeler space, I think Bajaj Auto, Hero Motor, these two stocks are looking quite interesting. Bajaj Auto is now penetrating its previous swing high of October, and I think the way stock is now trading above 9200 level, I think if it continues to trade above 9200, possible really towards 9450, 9500, we may see in near term perspective. So Bajaj Auto is buy with stop loss of 9100. Again, Hero Motor is also looking promising, and we are holding bullish view and projecting target of 6300 to 6350. On the downside, 6030 needs to keep as a stop loss. Ashok Leyland is a very interesting stock, and the way stock is moving in high top, higher bottom formation across all time frame, stock is holding strength, and now stock is enjoying its all-time high trajectory. So I think yes, buy and accumulate would be the strategy for Ashok Leyland. Also, we are projecting target of 165 in the continuation of this up move. Buy and accumulate would be strategy with stop loss of 147.
Okay. All right, metal counters are buzzing today. And, Shell, I want to talk about this a little bit more detail because it's no longer a beta play. We've just seen consistent strength building up on a mix of fundamental factors where some of these metal plays have become very, very attractive buying opportunities, even at these levels, would you say?
Abha, I just hold back a bit in terming it as a buy for a very simple reason. Let Rajesh ji do it. He's a better person to do it. But I'm telling you, good swing trades are in the vicinity for GMDC and National Aluminium. They are also the top two traded counters on the National Stock Exchange. Very strong tailwind coming in from the government as far as the rare earth policy is concerned, and therefore GMDC. National Aluminium, of course, a good swing trade from 21 EMA. Let's just shift the load to Rajesh ji, and he will tell us where GMDC is headed and what is in store for National Aluminium. Rajesh ji.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Shalji, yes, a very strong uptick in GMDC. This is the third consecutive day where stock is making higher high-low formation. Now stock is managed to give breakout of last 4-5 days range. Breakout is already taken place. So I think if stocks continues to trade above a 555 level, the next target on the high side would be around 585, even 590 zone in the continuation of this up move. From the same space, I think from mid cap basket, I think MOIL also can be looked at. That stock is also showing very strong recovery. The same kind of structure compared to GMDC, and here also we have initiated buy here also in MOIL, and we are projecting target of 365 to 370. National Aluminium, very strong setup, and the way stock is trading near to its all-time high trajectory, I think this stock has potential to extend its gain. We could see the next target on a positional perspective towards 295 to 300 also. So buy and accumulate would be the strategy for National Aluminum also.
Okay, let's take a look at real estate. Let's pull up Brigade for you because that one's on fire this morning. So Brigade is definitely in the news. I think it's got a very sharp up move coming in. We've also got, there's other news in terms of Oberoi Realty, in terms of new redevelopment projects. We've had earnings strong across the board as well. But Brigade, I think, it's been seeing a pretty good up move of late. Real estate, Rajesh, let me understand from you, how you're strategizing when it comes to the stocks within that basket.
So there is some sign of recovery in real estate space, though we have seen some corrective move in last couple of days, but from lower level buying interest still intact for most of the real estate stocks, be it DLF, Godrej Property, Loda or Shobha. All these stocks have shown a sign of recovery from the lower level. So I think those who have little, longer horizon to buy and accumulate, they can, buy and accumulate this sector. As overall medium term to long term structure is still showing sign of strength, and I think after brief consolidation we could see some breakout. At this juncture, prestige state can be looked at as stock is holding about to near term support area of 1640. So these levels are important for the stock. If it continues to trade above these level, possible rally towards 1730, 1750 we could see. Again, from the same space, DLF is showing sign of recovery, but still 740 needs to be watched.
Rajesh, let me let me interrupt you there because we've got the record high hitting on your screens. Let's pull that up for you. We've been waiting for this. Markets have been inching up towards that new level, and we've hit the record high. The earlier one was 26277. We're now at 26. We just crossed it, of course, and we hit that record, and we're now still trending just around that mark. But after 14 months, we've hit this record high. It's fabulous news for the markets at a time when FIs are coming back, at a time when we're seeing a whole host of reviewed global brokerage upgrades looking at India as a boom market, looking at potential opportunity, consumption-led growth, reform-led growth. Nifty Bank is also at an all-time high right now, so we're We're seeing both the Nifty and the Nifty Bank at fresh records. This is a huge boost for the markets at a time when, we've had a lot of discussions around earnings and valuation, but coming through that post-October, post the last set of earnings, post-festive season and the reform boost, we're looking really good on the index right now, looking at a fresh high, crossing the earlier high, which was 14 months ago, both on the Nifty and the Nifty Bank. Shell, this is a reason for cheer.
Absolutely, Abba, and you heard it first on India Today maybe a fortnight ago that this would happen. Now we are getting ready for 26,350 and maybe definitely 27,000 towards the first week of Jan. Let's hope FIIs will now start buying. Look at the trajectory of the broader market. 1645 shares in the green versus 545 in the red. That's an easy 3:1 favoring bulls. Across the board, there's a very sharp rally. Metals, financial services. Look at how the mid-cap select index is moving. I wish the small cap were to participate as well. And it is 71 out of 100 shares in the small cap index are in the green. And of course, in terms of all-time highs, Ashok Leyland is something that Rajesh ji mentioned. That's doing pretty well, 3.7% higher. MCX, L&T from the Nifty, Shriram Finance, AB Capital, L&T Finance, and MFSL. All of them in top shape. Abha.
Absolutely. And we've got Ashok Leyland also seeing a merger of Hinduja Leyland Finance into NDL Ventures, minor trigger there also for that counter. But yes, these are some of the key names that have been taking the index to the new high this morning. We're seeing a spade of green across our screens. It's actually been a pretty solid morning with the advanced decline ratio intact. Rajesh, let's get a quick comment from you as well on how good the index is looking and how green, in fact, we're seeing on our screens this morning with cheer all around. Pretty much all the indices are currently trending higher.
Yeah, definitely. So it's a cheer factor for market. The retailers, retail clients have shown a very strong patience in this last 14 months. And now again, we are back at all-time high trajectory. Macros are supporting to the economy. And I think the way market has moved up and everybody has got the opportunity to buy good quality stock in this last 14 months. So I think this really can extend further. I think as Shelji mentioned, yes, the next stoppage for the Nifty would be around 26,350 and then we may head further higher to next call concentration area of 26,500. So I think trail the stop loss and ride these really as furthermore short covering action is going to trigger in Nifty as well as in Bank Nifty. So I think that could help Nifty to move further higher. And in this really, the important point is, the large cap space is holding very well, like, stock like Reliance, State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, L&T, Siemens, all these large cap stocks from across the basket. Even IT has also supported in last couple of days. So I think whole broader market is showing sign of strength, and we could see extension of really towards 26,500 in next couple of days.
All right, so already tracking the next high on the Nifty, and remember Sensex is not too far away as well. We of course primarily keep tracking the Nifty here, but the Sensex also just a short while away from its all-time high. We've got the Nifty and the Nifty Bank already hitting records. Sensex on track, and we're already tracking a new record on the Nifty as well, according to the momentum that Shell is seeing, Rajesh is seeing. It seems to be a consensus view that we're on track to moving to further new highs as well at this point of time. We've seen the capital marketplace do really well. It clearly looks like sentiment is intact. We've seen domestic buying continue strength to strength. No real break happening over there despite a lot of uncertainty in terms of external triggers. And now we're actually seeing the FIs come back as well. And that, I think, is a big fillip. The trade deal almost done, FIs returning, rate cuts on the anvil. All the major factors are now stacking up. And of course, the mega reform boost. That's clearly a big trigger for the markets as well. So lots of action and a great start this Thursday to opening trade. We'll leave it there for now, but do tune in at 3 p.m. for market closing.